OpenAI image generation is now out for API use. Imagine taking product image like this, my use case is yogurt, and turning them into Instagram posts like this. You place your yogurt anywhere you want. Remember, there's no professional photograph designer here. Put it in GBL styles and give it to people. Place it anywhere you want and create realistic image like this. And also placing them into Canva frames, templates, so that you can add your desired text. Hello, my name is Elvito if you're new here, and I help people automate their repetitive tasks using AI and automation. Today, I'm very happy to bring you this automation that helps you take your product image and transform them into realistic image that you can post on your social media and market your products. And this is because just a few hours ago, OpenAI image generation was released for API use. And now we can basically enjoy it and use it in our automation without having to go through their OpenAI chat and coming back to our automation. Now, before we jump into our workflow, let me first explain why this is very revolutionary for product-based business. First of all, we have to understand that professional product photography is very expensive and also time-consuming if you want to do it by your own. And a single photo shoot can cost you thousands of dollars, and you still end up with limited scenarios and settings. You can just imagine taking a product picture like this and turning it to this picture. How much money could it cost you to create this kind of picture? Or how much time could it take you to create your own? Secondly, we have to understand that social media demands constant fresh content, and brands need to post almost daily to stay relevant, which means they are constantly scrambling for new images. With OpenAI chat model, you can just create thousands of realistic images with just a few clicks. Thirdly, we have to understand that product placements need to look natural and authentic. Those perfectly staged photos with your product centered perfectly, they don't perform as well as naturally lifestyle content. And with OpenAI, we saw that we can create images like this, someone enjoying your yogurt, someone out of the gym, or someone who is about to leave for work, taking the yogurt. Now, without further ado, let me make a short overview of our workflow and what it does. Basically, our workflow has three parts. The first one is to generate image. The second part is to use Canva autofill API to place our image in a desired place using our brand template. And the third part is to post it on Instagram. Basically, we will first have our product image. We will then have we will make an image prompt that we will give it to OpenAI image generation, and it will create the scenario based on our prompt. We will then also need to fill into our brand template of Canva. Basically, if you saw the post, the image was placed here, and also we'll need the tagline to add as a slogan of the image. Now, the first part of our workflow is to generate the image. We will first need a trigger node. For me, my trigger node is the form. And if I click test workflow, I will be directed to where I will place my product image, my image prompt, and my tagline. So for my product image, I have my yogurt product. For image prompt and tagline, basically the image prompt is a scenario you want to create for your product image. And for that, I used Claude to generate you can use your preferred, of course, chat model. I told it to have a yogurt company, give me image prompts, and it gave me some image prompts. And I told it to add also a tagline. Basically, the tagline is the text I will add here that goes with the scenario in the picture. And it was able to generate various scenarios that we can just copy and paste into our workflow form. And let me maybe paste in this one, entertaining, elegant dinner party, and also the tagline. And our workflow just starts. Now, after our form is submitted, we will then hit our generate image route, which basically, this is the OpenAI HTTP request to generate our image based on the prompt. And before we dive into all the fields, I want to take you to the documentation of the OpenAI platform. To create the image, there are two ways. You can create image from scratch, and basically here you will give it a prompt and it will do all the work. But if you are in the use case like mine, where you already have a business, you have products, you just want to place your products in different scenarios, then the best one is to create image edits, and you'll make a post on /v1/image/edits, and it now supports GPT image 1, as you can see. And that's what we are doing here. We then send headers, we then add fields as authorization. We have to type BRM and add our token. To get the API, the OpenAI token, we have to go to platform.openai.com/API keys and create your secret key. And to use this route, they will probably ask you to verify the organization, basically is to verify yourself. And you can go ahead and do the verification and regenerate the token. And for the body, we'll send in the body, of course. For the model, we'll send in GPT image 1. For the size, you'll have to add your size. For the image, you will choose the N8N binary file, and you'll choose the name of the previous binary file. And for the prompt, you just take the previous prompt, which is this one, Elegandina. You put it, you drag and drop it in here, and you use the yogurt image in reference image, of course. And that's it. The image will be generated, and we need to convert it from base 64 to file, because the result from OpenAI is base 64. And if we view it, it was already generated and was a good image. All right, now that our image is already generated, we can see it here. We don't want to go and post it like this on our social media. It's not branded. There is no logo, except the logo may be on the yogurt. That is the reason why we have the canvas part. Basically, what the canvas part will help us to do, will help us to design it in a template like this, where you'll have the logo on top, and we'll have the image placed in the middle, and we have some tagline on the bottom to attract customers. And that's what we are going to do here. The first thing that we are required to do is to take the image and post it on Canvas database so that we can autofill it here. And that is what we are doing here. We are making a post request on assets uploads, and we are adding the OAuth to authorization. And to do this, I have a step-by-step tutorial on how to add the Canva OAuth authorization API. Basically, it's like to create a developer's account on Canvas and integrate it in your N8N. And after that, we'll send in the headers, which will be the content type and the asset upload metadata. This is basically the name which you want to give your file, and it should be encoded in base 64. You can go ahead and copy paste mine. I haven't found any use case where I really need this name, because I will only need the ID. And for the body, we'll send in the binary file, which will be the data from the previous node, which was the image file. We'll then wait for some few seconds, and we will get our assets ID, which is the image which we are going to be using. Now, after uploading our image, we basically need to use the Canva autofill route to basically take the asset that we just uploaded and placed it into our brand templates, and also take the tagline which was coming from our first node and add it to our brand template. And that's what we are doing here. We are taking, we are putting a post method and making a post request on autofills. We are adding also the Canva OAuth, and we are basically on headers sending the content type as application JSON. And for the body, here is where we have to place in the brand template ID. To get the brand template ID, we simply need to go to our brand templates and click our brand template, and the brand template ID will be this one. And the data set, it will be the image, which will be the ID of the previous node, basically, which will be this one. And the hook, I named this placeholder the hook, and it will be coming from our first node, which was the tagline, the one we filled in the form. And basically, after doing that, we need to wait for some few seconds, and we need to get our design auto-filled. We'll then export it. We'll start an export job. We'll place our design ID as the previous node design ID. We'll format it as PNG export quality pro. We'll then wait, of course, some few seconds, and we'll get our export URL. And after getting our export URL, it has an expiry time. That's why we need to save it to any cloud image hosting. I'm using ImageUR. I have a step-by-step on how to set it up in my school community. All right, now that we have our image posted on cloud, and this is one of the requirements of Instagram, now we can go ahead and create media to post it on Instagram. We'll create a Facebook graph node. We'll make it default post request on version 21. The node will be your Instagram ID. To get it, you need to go on developers tool of Facebook and get your Instagram ID. And the image URL will be coming from this link. We will wait and then we'll publish it using the ID. All right, now to post on Facebook, we also need to the credentials, and I have a step-by-step in my school community on how to set it up, Instagram API setup. Basically, we need to, first of all, create a professional Instagram account. We need to link it with our Facebook, and we need to create an app on developers' Facebook account. And we need to link it with the Instagram and also generate the token that we will basically be using here, the access token. So you can go ahead and check it out. All right, that's it. Now you can see that you can easily replace your Photoshop designers and all your product designers with just this workflow. You can generate image using OpenAI image generation and use Canva's API to put it in your desired templates and post them on your desired social media platforms. If you want to get access to this workflow, I will put it in my school community. You can go ahead and join, and we discuss about every workflow that I post. And if you have any question, you can leave it down below in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to other AI enthusiasts. See you in the next one.